What is up, everyone? We are back with another video, and this one's been highly requested among my community and a lot of other streamers that I've been talking to. So the biggest problem people are having is, my game is lagging, or when I'm streaming, it's not working. I don't know what's going on. Like, my frames keep dropping, and a lot of people have not come from a game that takes up a lot of your CPU and GPU to run. So I'm going to get into the settings, and I'm going to go over everything with you guys on why I have what I have in my settings and why I think you guys should run it. So let's head on over to this cogwheel right here, the game menu. You're going to go over to settings. First thing you want to do is you're going to want to head over to video. The reason I run borderless window is so I can actually have my cursor go from one screen to the other screen to the other screen when the game is idle, as in when we're in the waiting room or we're picking our characters. As a streamer, you have multiple things you're running. You might be looking at chat here. You might have to pop up your Discord. So I like to run borderless window, so I don't have to alt tab out of the videos and go left, right, left, right. Another thing I always, I personally, this is all personal preference, so I would just want everyone to know this. This is going to actually take up a little more of your CPU, but I do think it is very, very worth it. I like to max out my field of view. What it does is it gives you a much broader view on what everything's going on. A lot of people like it condensed. They say that it kind of feels like stretch res on Fortnite. You can keep it at 90. I believe console is default on 70. Don't 100% quote me on that, but I believe it's 70. So I personally run 110. I like to get that broad view. I like when I'm running an open field to see everything. But be aware, this does take up a little more CPU and GPU. Next over, you head over to VSync. So this is going to be big on what kind of GPU you run. I will tell most people you should run adaptive. I always disable my VSync. It's something that I've been taught from day one. It's something that I've just always kept my way. I'm going to tell you this. Try out disabled. Try out adaptive. Just see what runs better for you and gives you the highest FPS. So this is something that I'm going to actually leave up to you for personal preference. And let's move on to the next. Anti-aliasing, none. Texture streaming budget. The reason why I don't keep this at the lowest is actually specifically, I'll show you why right now. Ready? Look at the skin here. And then when you write it on very low, look at it now. I think it's worth it to run it on very low. Just give it a little bit of room to actually be able to pick up some of the textures. Texture filtering, keep it on the lowest. You want to keep it bilinear. Keep ambient disabled. You don't need shadows on any of them. Spot shadows, keep them disabled. Volumetric lighting, you don't need it. Keep it disabled. All of this just lowers your GPU load and CPU load. Everything low. Ragdoll is low. You don't really care about seeing the bodies fly left and right. Me personally, I don't. I don't think they help you much at all. Under gameplay, this is something that I actually tell people to do. One, to help you out, and two, to realistically, give you a better outlook and a better view on what's going on in the game. Is I like to turn my damage numbers off. The bigger reason I like to do that is I can actually see better. I get a better view. I get a better understanding of the game. When you're shooting a target from long distance, having it off, you're not getting bothered by, there being a target right there or being a hit marker right there. So I definitely always recommend that. And one thing I always tell people to turn on, which I could find it too, because audio, open mic. Why open mic? You're crazy for doing that. Unless you have a button for push to talk that you can always play on, and I know you're going to be that annoying guy when you're streaming, but if you're playing at randoms, keep open mic. Even if they tell you, heck, you're annoying the heck out of me talking to your chat, do it. Keep it there. It's something that I think it's so hard for people to hold down a button when you're playing this type of game. It's too fast paced. It's moving too at a rapid pace for you guys to not just take the opportunity to sit down and have the mic open. I'm sorry I'm looking around, guys. My cat's just literally walking around the table, sitting on the lap the whole time. But those are really like mainly the basic ones. I tell a lot of people to turn on like, you know, your subtitles, or, you know, play the incoming text to speeches, or convert voice to chat text, just so you see it there. I personally, my ears are always open, so I'm always looking, I'm always watching. And yeah, I mean, I think these are the optimal settings to run at if you want to stream, if you want to play the game and have zero problems with your FPS. As you see, you know, my FPS in the top right, it's basically at my refresh rate all the time. You know, it's between 140 to 170, 180 all the time. With that, if you guys have any question, you guys, you know, having trouble setting up your stream when it comes to this game, or you go, hey, I do this, should I be using it? Leave a question, man. Leave a question in the comments. Make sure you guys sub if this helped you out. Make sure you guys like the video. If you have any ideas for more videos, make sure you guys contact me in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm always open to you guys. If you're a sub of mine, you're a friend of mine. You know, join our Discord, whatever it is. All right. Thank you guys. Owens Clan. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good night.